Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some more Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. Done a lot of videos so far on the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, on the offensive line, on Arthur Smith. Want to flip over to the defense and talk about the really impressive performances by Keanu Benton, Larry Ogunjobi, and DeMarvin Leal last Saturday against Buffalo. Let's talk about it. Before we start, if you guys could like this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the site, SteelersDepot.com. Would really appreciate that. So talking Steelers D-line, the starters were excellent. The backups, the young guys, they got worn down, did not have a good second half, but the guys that were out there to begin, Benton, Ogunjobi, etc., were really strong in this game against Buffalo. We'll start with Keanu Benton, nose tackle over center, going with basically his go-to move, in this case, the club rip against the center and getting that interior A-gap pressure on Mitch Trubisky and forcing the ball out. I would say that Benton uses the club over more often, which is going to be the club and then the swim over the center. In this case, it's the club and the rip. So we'll take a look at it here. It doesn't win as clean as he's won on others, but still getting that pressure that is so common for Benton that we saw throughout his rookie year. Just hoping it translates to more sacks. Take a good look at it from the other end zone angle, head up over the center. We're going to see the club here initially to kind of soften the edge and turn that shoulder of that center right here with the outside hand of Benton, get that center off balance and kind of opening the hips here a little bit, and then he's going to rip underneath here with the inside hand, rip on through. The center does a nice job here, I think, overall to recover. What is so unique about Ben that I've talked about even back in his Wisconsin days is the bend, the hip and ankle flexibility he has. You don't see, from too many guys of his size and stature. So in this situation, there's a chance for the center to still ride him upfield and keep the pocket clean. But we're going to watch Benton be able to, dip and rip on through. And that's really because of the lower half that allows him to corner and get that edge still. So watch right here. Just watch him be able to look at that ankle flexion for this 300 plus pound nose tackle doing this kind of stuff and still to get that pressure to hit on Mitch Trubisky, the former Steeler. Really impressive. Benton's hips are just ridiculous. I've talked about that. He's got like Stephon 2 at hips, and he's a bigger body, a little wider overall. So that's his move. The club over, or in this case, the club rip, and it is super effective. Next, we'll look at Larry Ogunjobi with a similar technique, no club, but a straight rip move against the right guard as they're false keying and pulling the center out here. Ogunjobi ripping through and gets the initial pressure that gets Trubisky to drop his eyes. Then the cavalry comes with Nick Herbig and Benton cleaning things up. So really good summer for Ogunjobi, and he's a veteran. You'd expect him to have good summers, but he's healthy, and that's the important thing. Ogunjobi has always had in Pittsburgh, nagging toe issues or foot issues and missed time in training camp. Not the case this year, which is great to see. And Ogunjobi was excellent against Buffalo. It's a big year for him. He's got to produce, and so we're going to watch the rip, just being able to, use your arms, your levers to create some separation, and then ripping on through. And that's not great technique by the right guard, kind of out in space with the center pulling, not having the inside help, but still a good pressure from Ogunjobi. Want to see him finish. Obviously, that's going to be important to get those sacks, not just create the pressures, but it still gets the job done in this case. So Ogunjobi right here, over right guard, a little inside shade, ripping through, cornering, getting that pressure, and then here comes Herbig and Benton to finish things off. Good team run defense in this clip. Benton, nose tackle, Ogunjobi, the 3-tech. Here is Dean Lowry, really kind of that old school 5-tech, but we're going to focus a little more so on Ogunjobi and Benton on this play. Benton swimming, backside A-gap here, not allowing any cutback lanes. Good job by Ogunjobi up front. 2-gapping here, being able to lock out that offensive guard in this case, and holding the point of attack. He's stout, he's strong, there is no push, and the back really has nowhere to go as Benton comes in backside to make the tackle. Ogunjobi holding up the front side, and even Lowry comes down late to kind of squeeze it as well. So again, focus on Benton, Ogunjobi. We're going to watch Benton swim this backside gap. Maybe that's the B gap, not the A gap, but swimming the backside gap there. Pittsburgh doing some one-gapping and slanting guys and, slanting the D linemen and scraping the linebackers over the top. We're seeing Roberts come over the top here to replace Benton in that gap. Ogunjobi strong on the front side, and that's just good team run defense overall from an active Steelers defense line. Benton swimming, Ogunjobi front side. He's in control of this block forcing the cutback right into Benton. Robert squeezing and filling his gap as well. I mean, that is just textbook good run defense. Last two clips will be dedicated to DeMarvin Leal. Been a really good summer for Leal, number 98 outside linebacker on this play. He's needed to have a strong summer, and he's playing some D tackle, playing some outside linebacker. When lines have gotten thin, a completion here, unfortunately, but Leal getting the pressure. And I think this is a cross chop. Usually I can tell the cross chop pretty easily, but I'm pretty sure this is it. But a win all the same against the right tackle of the Buffalo Bills. So we're going to watch Leal. That's got to be cross chop there, right? And he's able to rip on through to corner, force the quarterback off his spot a little bit. Kind of a dangerous throw from Trubisky, which is not super surprising given Trubisky's history, but a great block shed here for DeMarvin Leal. Take a look at it from the aerial view. Sometimes you can kind of watch these moves, especially these cross chops, a little clearer from the top-down viewpoint right there, and cornering there, and just have that versatility playing inside, outside. I don't maybe love all the flip-flopping they've done with Leal, but he's looked a lot better. He's a much better technician than where he was last year. He's getting off of blocks. He's winning as a pass rusher. He's matching athleticism to technique, and that's making him effective. Last example, Leal still at left outside linebacker against a right tackle, and we're going to see a great swim move by Leal to beat him to the inside, force that ball out pretty quickly by the backup, local kid, Ben DiNucci. So nice job here by Leal as that tackle's going to open up a little bit. And Leal with that guard sliding away. Got a lot of space here to work with. Let's get the quickest path to the quarterback to the inside. Swimming over, beating him, and forcing that football out. So these are things Leal did not show on tape at all last year. His run defense was better in terms of getting off of blocks, using his hands. He wasn't matching that as a pass rusher. And I'm seeing a lot more of that, not only in the preseason, but in training camp as well. So that's been really encouraging to see. Coaches talk about, that he's in great shape and his weight's in a good place. And so, he's doing the things he has to do to make this team. So nice job here. Kind of almost clubbing as well to kind of secure that inside shoulder of the tackle. Maybe even pulling a little bit as well, a little savvy there to make sure that tackle can't mirror him inside, and then swimming on over. Quarterback feels it and then gets the football out. So I want to see sacks, obviously, but can't always control that when the ball gets out. If somebody's open, if it's well covered, though, you get enough pressure, so sacks are going to come. So really happy to see Leal do that. Benton's looking good in his second year. Ogunjobi's looking healthy. Cam Hayward hasn't played a game yet. I know that he's coming off the injury. He's looked great in camp, so I'm not too worried about him. He's going to be strong. He's going to be stout. He'll be his typical Cam Hayward self. So encouraged by that so far. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel and check out the site, SteelersDepot.com. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.